Welcome back to DVC Weekly. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
Today's June 15th, 2022, the day that we need you to hit the subscribe button. We need you to hit the like button. And remember, we have a Facebook group. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can find us everywhere. And your 11-month window from today is May 15th, 2023, and your 7-month window is January 15th, 2023. Now, there's a lot of people out there right now that are just being exposed to DVC for the first time. They're getting information from DVC itself, friends, family, maybe some enemies, who knows. So we're going to play a little Disney DVC trivia today.
Okay.
Here we go. I can either answer these questions myself. You can answer however you want to do it.
That's part of the fun of recording this stuff is we're going off the cuff sometimes. Like he banged and I banged, and we were playing trivia. I had no idea we were playing trivia. So I didn't know this.
So how many DVC resorts are available to you as a resale buyer?
Are you asking me?
The answer is
14.
14 resorts. Because if you buy at Riviera, the only place you can stay is Riviera. If you buy at any of the other resorts, you can stay at the 14 resorts. And remember, the new Grand Floridian, can you stay there?
Yes, you can.
See, you can. So there you go. How much lower are the dues if I buy directly from Disney? And the annual dues are the maintenance fees and taxes. So how much lower are they if they buy from Disney?
0. They're identical.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
The annual dues are the same whether you buy directly from Disney or whether you buy resale. And how far in advance can I make my reservation at my home resort if I buy resale? I will tell you this, that is probably that, I know we did before, top 10 questions that you get on the resale side. If that question was not in there before,
it should have been.
It is now moving into there so how far in advance can I book my reservation at my home resort if I buy resale? And the answer is 11 months in advance. It's the exact same rule whether you buy direct from Disney or you buy resale. You can book up to 11 months in advance at your home resort, under 7 months at the other resort. So again, if you buy a resort like Vero Beach or Hilton Head, you can book there 7 to 11 months in advance. You want to use those points to stay at Walt Disney World, you can make it as early as 7 months in advance. And how many extra years can I bank my points if I buy directly from Disney? And the answer is none. The banking and borrowing rules are the same on the resale side of things, on the direct side of things. There's no difference there. Everything is identical. And
I don't want you as a teacher with all these trick questions.
And if I buy resale, when will my membership expire? I will tell you that's in the top 10 because, people will just assume that if you buy directly from Disney, that the membership is going to expire 50 years from that date of purchase. No. If you walk into DVC today and you decide you want to own at the boardwalk, it's going to end January 31st, 2042. And that's the same end date if you buy resale. The end dates are the same on the resale side and on the direct side from Disney. There's no difference there. And really, that was the end of my trivia there. So so I'm going to add this one. I live in a place where I can't buy from home because the Disney's not registered there. Can I buy resale? The answer is you can buy resale from anywhere.
That's a good point that you mentioned as well, because there are other places. I think was Wisconsin one of them?
The only thing that comes was Nebraska.
Is it Nebraska? Maybe I know there's a couple states out there that you cannot buy unless you're physically on property.
Right, and there's no way around it. Like they know, however their phone system works, they know they can't talk to you. You can't buy. You have to be on property. If you're buying resale and you live in one of those states or one of those provinces or whatever the case may be, you can buy resale from anywhere you want. If people are watching this on Mars, you can buy resale. It's not an issue. So now we're on to this. So hopefully you pass that quiz with flying colors. And if someone's asking you about DVC, you know the answer to those questions, so you can give them correct information. And now we're on to the food review of the week. And I'm hoping it's a Nutella churro.
Ty, do it.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So we're back. And unfortunately for Jason, it is not a Nutella churro. I'm gonna have to go get one for him. We are back at Disney Springs though, even though it's not a churro. We're back at Wine Bar George, as I teased a couple weeks ago when I had the chicken salad sandwich. Now we're doing the BLT+C. That's how it's, BLT+C. That's how they actually have it on their menu. $14. It's bacon, lettuce, tomato, brioche bun with a 4 cheese sauce and house-made chips. Now, which I found interesting is not mentioned on the menu. They had like a disc of cheese, like Parmesan cheese, but like hard, like a little disc, like it was like pressed or like dried together. And it was actually, we weren't expecting it. It was actually really, really good. It gave an extra kick to it. Personally, I like this a lot better than the chicken salad. I wish there was more bacon on it, because when you're getting a BLT, and a $14 BLT, it only had like 3 slices or 4 slices of bacon on the sandwich. So it was not a lot. It could have used more bacon. So many times I was just eating cheese sauce with lettuce and tomato, but even that was really, really tasty. I'd probably get this again. As I mentioned last time, I really enjoy the look and the feel of the restaurant. Nice dining option. I give this one an 8.4. I believe I gave the chicken salad, I think a 7.1 if I'm recalling, but it was definitely less than this. It was decent, but I enjoyed this a lot more. It needed more bacon, but overall, again, atmosphere, really, really cool. And this was a really good sandwich.
Now, do you think this is a sandwich you could duplicate yourself? Or
the thing is, I don't know what they do with the cheese sauce and the Parmesan.
Gotcha.
I don't know. So it's tougher, but
So it's one of
anybody
those
can make a BLT, you know?
Right.
But like the cheese sauce, if you...
But it was a unique one, is what I guess
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it
ask.
wasn't like it was just like cheese was on there. It had a much better flavor. And again, they had this like disc of like the hard Parmesan cheese, which I'm not sure how familiar you are. Parmesan has a little bit more of a stronger flavor. And I was expecting it, like a piece broke off. I'm like, what is this hard piece? I'm like, oh, I think this is like Parmesan. Maybe it might be mixed with something else. I'm like, I tasted it. I was like, this is really good. Surprising, it wasn't on the, wasn't listed as one of the ingredients on there, but really, really good. Pleasantly happy with it. I'm surprised.
And now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
So for today's DVC rental side, I just want to address some of the items that DVC can help you with. That's not just DVC. We, of course, help you rent out Disney Vacation Club points, or whether you're a DVC member or if you're a renter, when you're not going to be using the points. And you'll typically save around 40-50% off of what Disney charges. We can also help you with cruise swaps. So if you're a DVC member and you're thinking of taking a Disney cruise, as you probably know, the cruises are pretty much a terrible use for points. So if you want to rent out your points, we could take all the money that we typically pay you and put that towards a cruise for you. Now we could book Disney cruises, Royal Caribbean cruises, and I think we can book pretty much any other cruise line. I don't advertise that because honestly, I'm not comfortable talking about that. I've been on Disney. I've been on Disney cruises. I've been on Royal Caribbean cruises. I never want to mislead people. I'd rather sell you something that I can speak for and I know what I'm talking about. I did Carnival many years ago, but if you came and said, hey, can you book me Norwegian cruise line? I'm sure we can, but I really honestly wouldn't feel that comfortable because if you ask me any questions, I don't know a lot personally about it. So I wouldn't want to mislead anybody. So Royal Caribbean, Disney, we can definitely help you with.
We don't want to make Scott uncomfortable.
It's not making me uncomfortable. I'm just, I want to give people, I always said, I want to give people the best customer service that we can offer. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, I feel like I'm misleading them.
Right.
I would never want somebody to sit there and say, listen, I spoke to Scott. I booked a Norwegian cruise with him. He had no idea what he was talking about. And that's not the service we want to offer you. So I'd rather book you with something I'm comfortable with. And if you want to go Norwegian, I'd say go with somebody else right now. I'm sure there's a lot of great travel agents out there, but it's nothing I would want to push on you because I don't know it.
Right, and it's like similar on the resale side of things. Like if somebody says, hey, I also have a week at Marriott Lakeshore Reserve. Can you help us sell that? Well, technically we could,
Yeah.
but we're not experts on that. They'd be better,
Absolutely. I'll also mention that besides the regular DVC rooms, and I'll mention this later on, but we could book you regular Disney tickets, Disneyland tickets, get Genie Plus for you. Even if you didn't book the rooms with us, we could add on tickets for you if you wanted. We could book non-DVC rooms for you, and any of the values, moderates, deluxe resorts, DVC is obviously your best choice as you get such a great discount, but if DVC rooms are sold out, we can book you in any other regular Disney room as well because, we're Disney travel agents. Also, we can book Adventure by Disney stays. We've actually just booked our second Adventure by Disney stay for the same family who's doing a South American Peru adventure, which looks really amazing. Last year, they did an Alaska adventure, and next year they've already told me that they're planning on doing the Adventures by Disney Tokyo trip. So we could book Adventures by Disney as well. We've booked those several times, and those are something I'd love to go on. They're pretty expensive, but I've heard they're really amazing. I haven't done them yet, but we could book all of that stuff for you. We're between the DVC rental and the travel agency side and the brokerage side of the resales. I mean, we're an all-in-one Disney shop, so we could pretty much have you covered no matter what you want to do. And that was it.
That's fantastic, really. That's all that information there. So I just have a question, Scott.
Yes.
I was going to ask it in another episode, but now that it's been 2 years since everything started, March 2020 with the pandemic, and you look back, what are some memories that stick out?
The first thing that comes to my mind immediately is we happened to be staying at Bay Lake Tower, and we had a theme park view, 2-bedroom. The night, I think I mentioned this before, the night everything shut down. We were staying at
Sunday night? Because I know
was it Sunday?
Well, I know the park's last day open was a Sunday.
It was that Sunday. We sat there and we watched. The resorts were open for still like a week or two after that, but we had this book for a while, and we were staying in this room, and we watched Magic Kingdom. This was a theme park view. I know you've been to theme park views as well. We had the big glass windows, and we sat there and watched Magic Kingdom shut down. And watched the rides slowly stop, and it stays lit up for a while, Magic Kingdom. And my wife and I just sat there, in the chairs, just looking out the window and chatting and just watching it shut down, and then looking at it and just going, I don't know when it's going to be open. It was a surreal feeling. We're sitting there, we're looking at the park, it's beautiful, it's all lit up, and we're going, this is our business, this is what we love, and we're going, I don't know when this is going to open. And that's the first thing. The second thing that I picture is that with all the restaurants being closed around here, I was trying to lose weight anyway. I was able to lose weight because I was eating from home. I was able to eat much better. So I was like, weight loss, which was helpful, which I put on a bunch of weight. I still need to work on that. And we have, behind us, there's a pool. And we added the pool on to the house a year or two after we bought the house. And we didn't go in the pool too often, and having the pool was wonderful because everybody was very nervous, especially when it first started. You're scared to almost leave your house. And we have the pool here, and technically, there's gates around, it's caged in, so we can lock it, and we felt like we were our own little sanctuary. Like, we could go out there, we could still lay out, listen to music, go in the pool, and we were in our enclosed bubble, and we were safe. And those are the main things I think about. I think about exactly when it shut down. I think about what happened afterwards. We weren't going out to restaurants, that we were eating a lot from home, and that was helpful. And the fact that we had the pool was just really, really helpful to us. What about you? What are your things?
My in-laws were here on spring break, and my two sons and my in-laws went to Hollywood Studios on the Friday before the Sunday. So of course it was still crazy busy, and I don't even think they had announced yet that it was being shut down Sunday. I could be wrong, but they went on that Friday.
I think it was pretty quick.
And then, everything got shut down. Now, when Disney closes, that's like, it becomes more serious when that happens. Like,
yeah.
If Disney's closing, okay. So then, and I just, and the one thing that sticks out to me is my boys at one point, they needed a haircut, right? And so I said, okay. And I watched a YouTube video. I'm like, I can give you a haircut. This is going to be pretty easy. I think my 12-year-old ended up getting 4 haircuts that day. It was like a 9-hour process, 4 different showers, and I ended up just buzzing it with like a number 5 or something. And it was like, I cannot give you a haircut the way that I will tell you, both of my sons and my dad go to the same lady to get a haircut. So I remember that because it was like a 9-hour ordeal. And then I also remember, like, sometimes I make my own pizza, right? So I go to Publix and I just buy like a pizza sauce.
I don't picture you eating pizza.
What?
You're such a healthy person. I don't even picture you eating pizza.
Gotta
Did you
have
put
pizza
kale
at least
on it?
once a week.
Low-fat cheese, kale.
So I go to buy the pizza sauce. Now keep in mind, if you walk into Publix right now and, you know, pizza sauce, there's going to be all sorts of sauce, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I go there. There's only one pizza sauce left. It's some fancy pizza sauce that was like $8 to $10. And I was like, everyone now is making their own pizza at home? Like, what is going on?
That's when you know it's serious.
So
with
then,
the $8 pizza sauce.
So then I decided not to get that and get pizza or whatever. So that sticks out. And then in my world, like, everyone, like, I've owned a kayak since 2013. I had another one since 2014. Like, I mean, there's a number of items you can talk about that blew up over the pandemic, but for whatever reason, like, the kayak places that I deal with, they sold more kayaks in like a 6-month period than they had sold the 3 years prior.
Oh, wow.
And then, unfortunately, my kayak from 2014 had a warranty issue, and so it had to get replaced. And because of everything that's going on, it took forever to get a replacement because of everyone decided to buy a kayak, and then there was supply chain issues. So
everybody's home and trying to figure out stuff they can kind of do solo and be away from people. And
I now keep in mind, I've yet to meet someone that bought a kayak. Well, let me ask you this: was there any hobbies that you picked up at the start of the pandemic?
Any hobbies? I don't.
Like, you were like, oh, I'm going to try this now because I can't do this, or nothing.
I don't think so. Previously, I had done a vegetable garden where I was thinking of doing that again once pandemic hit a little bit, but I never got around to it. But I don't think there's any other real hobbies like I picked up because of the pandemic.
Okay.
I started exercising more and working out more because, you know, there was not as much to do. I mean, it was, the business had slowed down. Not as many people were booking, and we were just trying to look for stuff that's kind of by ourselves. So my wife and I we were walking in the morning, and sometimes exercising. We started exercising upstairs a lot more. We have like a little home gym set up upstairs, and we're exercising more during that, but not really like any extra hobbies or anything that I can think of.
So I picked up disc golf. But when I say picked up, so I bought some like starter package for like $13 at Academy Sports. Where my son goes to middle school, they have a disc golf course, but you can only play it when the kids are in school. But now the schools are shut down. That only lasted 3 weeks, and I was like, this disc golf, because you have to learn the form. It was too complicated for me. So if you're a disc golfer out there, you're pretty good at what you do, because I couldn't get the form down. And
was your pickleball during this time or after?
No, pickleball. That goes back to like 2012.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that wasn't a pandemic thing, but the disc golf was short-lived. It was like 3 weeks. It was only $13 invested in, so
not a huge loss.
No. So anyway, thanks for going down memory lane. Hopefully you guys have some interesting memories.
We don't mention it as often. You know, share in the comments. We try to reply to every comment. What do you think about, if you're watching this video and you've made it this far, what do you think about when you think about the pandemic? Was there anything special, any specific memories like we just mentioned?
We're looking for good memories.
Yeah, put them in the comment section. Anything good. Don't give us sad stuff. But yeah, any good stuff, put them in the comments. Let us know.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Have a great day.